VoyMonk video voiceover. 23rd of December tomorrow is Christmas. And just to help you out, in case some of you probably needed to know this beforehand, it's 12 pipers piping, 11 lords a leaping, 10 ladies waiting, 9... Actually, what is it? Oh, it's 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. See, I messed up on that, but I did that from memory. And as unreliable sometimes as my memory can be, I'm really, really impressed by the fact that I gave you that. So if you're doing some Christmas caroling and you're like, I don't know a song or whatever, there you go. There you go. So tomorrow is Christmas, and I think all the days leading up to this, the Black Friday, the insanity, the extended shopping hours, the snow, the traveling, the rushing to here's and there's. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the last couple of days. And I know some people are like, well, are you really going to do a video voiceover on Christmas Day? Or, you you going to spend some time with your family? Well, I'm with my family. I'm with my mom. And that's the only family, the most important person to me. So I am happy. And I decided, hey, I'm going to do a video voiceover. So you guys have something. And I guess, yes, I will do a video voiceover on the 25th as well, as I guess my present to you. You don't have to thank me or anything like that. If you're gonna be stuck with the relatives and the holiday, you don't know the lyrics to some songs. Hey, like I said, 12 drummers drumming, right? 11 pipers piping, 10, good Lord, 12 drummers drumming, 11 lords a leaping, 10, I don't know anymore. Good Lord, God, I'm not doing it again. I told you, my memory, I gotta see, 12 drummers drumming, 11 lords a leaping, 10 ladies waiting, 9, 10, pipers piping, 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling doves, 3 French hens, 4 calling birds, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Again, not looking it up, just from memory. That's enough of that. I gave you the list. Now, see if anybody else that you know will know that. And I don't know where you're hearing this might be from. Maybe you just decided, hey, I'm going to listen to some blogging or something like that as I travel this Christmas. Yeah, there you go. Some stuff for you. As far as the Christmas season goes, I think it's going to be a kind of an interesting one this year. I think for the most part, I kind of mentioned this already. I kind of started with the whole Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade and the fact that so much of the content is changed over the years, at least for me. And yes, even in the last few years and stuff, it's just like the, you know, it's, I mean, there's places to find the Charlie Brown special and all, but sometimes it's not always so clear. And, you know, with all the of course, Black Friday deals with the streaming services and stuff now. Now might be the time to look that kind of thing up. Although, probably by the time that it would have been helpful to have a streaming service that you could get one of your favorite Christmas movies or TV shows or something like that, it'll be over. And you'll probably be stuck with the commercial edition of whatever streaming service you paid $20 for. I think probably one of the better deals I've ever got on Black Friday was the Ancestry.com kit. I did one of those with me and my mom because I wanted to look some things up. And my mom's white. I am biracial. And it was really weird because, like, we got it. I mean, we matched. The Ancestry matched us almost completely. I mean, in terms of, I mean, I knew she's my mother and, you know, I'm her son and that sort of thing and stuff. But, man, I was really baffled by the percentages of, I mean, my father's black, and I thought I probably had more of a mixture, maybe a little bit more of his genes than hers, because you know, I have darker skin and that kind of thing, but, you know, maybe not as dark as my father's, and that kind of thing. Not a big deal, but it's kind of interesting how it came out and stuff. So, yeah, but it was either between that and 23andMe, and I don't know. I guess since the entire board on 23andMe quit real recently, I think I'm glad I went with Ancestry.com because it was really either between the two. And at the time, I think I was thinking that 23andMe was maybe the superior one because of a lot of things that I had looked up on YouTube. But of course, looks can be deceiving, and sometimes we can kind of psych ourselves out a bit for some of those types of things. But yeah, like I said, that was one of the better things that I got as far as a Black Friday deal. I've never decided to do one of the Best Buy or Walmart runs and stuff where the chaos ensues and people try to trample one another to death, which unironically or ironic, however you want to, I think if you can go back as far as 83, 84, if you've been living as long as I have, or you're an Xer, you remember the Cabbage Patch Kids, right? The Cabbage Patch Kids, the ones that you could adopt and they would have a name and all that stuff. Yeah, that was probably about the equivalent to what Black Fridays were now. And the odd and kind of funny thing is that it seems kind of in and around about then is when marketing firms, and I think a lot of retail seemed like they were cooking up the plot. I'm not trying to do a conspiracy theory, but I think it was then that what became a Black Friday became into what it is today, I think. And it's settled over the years. I don't think Black Friday, well, at least doesn't seem to get as much attention as it once did. So maybe there's not as many incidents or weird situations happening, or who knows, maybe it was blown out of proportion because of the social media networks. But yeah, it's people have always clamored for a deal. You know, everything from Cabbage Patch to I don't know what the thing is this year, but I definitely remember Tickle Me Elmo, that strange, free little red guy. Yeah, people were like, I think, and that's the kind of the weird thing is that some of the stuff that people will do in the seasons, like, if I'm not mistaken, I think some people like robbed a train car or something full of something something. It might have been Pokemon cards. I'm not really too specific on that, and so that's obviously why I'm not going to quote specific names. It's take whatever I'm saying with obviously a grain of salt, or you could do a Google search. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, this time of year, kind of the deals seem to make people a little bit out of their usual behavior. And it's some people say, well, that's who these people are or something. It's like, I mean, people have their reasons for wanting to get that one so out of touch, or it's out of touch, but hard to reach or hard to get item and stuff, because you're doing it for the people that you love. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, it is this season. And of course, holiday flight travel, I think, has been probably the most thing talked about between last year and this year. So let's hoping everything kind of goes smoothly and there's no hiccups or Southwest's computer system going down. And so I still don't think there was really much ever that came of that from what I remember. But yeah, it is this season, and I'm pretty sure that there are a few films. I haven't seen Wicked yet. I know people have been saying some good things about it and stuff, but I am not a musical person. I think of all the musicals I had ever seen, it's probably maybe 2, maybe 3 that I've outright watched and enjoyed. And one was Mary Poppins. I think, and I'm also kind of struggling with what's strictly a musical, because they have a way of sneaking that stuff into other things like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I gotta admit that was one of those episodes I really didn't appreciate. I didn't. I don't really. I mean, I know that people are probably trying to get newer audiences into musicals, because I don't know how well the genre is doing. I mean, I don't like musicals, but I know that when I was doing some Googling online and stuff, there were a lot of people that seemed to be of the mind that they weren't too high on the fact that some of the studios were releasing films like The Color Purple and I think Mean Girls. And the way that they did it, I guess it was pretty difficult to figure out whether or not it was actually a musical, which they were. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I think, was the other one too. And they were just... and I hope no one says West Side Story, because West Side Story is for a musical. I don't think that there's any way that you could not know West Side Story is a musical unless you just simply had no idea what West Side Story was. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a musical person, but I have heard about Wicked. And there's a woman that actually does a breakdown between Wicked and The Wizard of Oz, which is strange because it doesn't seem to be a sequel or a prequel. It seems to be both an between. Like it takes place before Dorothy, during Dorothy, and I think after Dorothy, which is kind of some Pulp Fiction esque type storyboarding or something that really might be quite interesting and stuff. But I haven't seen it. I even heard they were thinking about doing a Back to the Future musical. I think Zemeckis or whatever was saying that, and I don't think people were too happy. I don't think a lot of people want to see a Back to the Future 4 anyways, because I'm essentially one of those people that I don't hate reboots or remakes, and I put them in different categories and whatnot, but for Alex, I was a hater when it came to the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies series. That's just what I'm. It just wasn't my thing, and I got over it because not everything is for me. So I get that. I understand that. The problem is that then begs the question that truly, what is this for, right? Like, who is this for? It's not for me. Then who is it for? And so, but I am. I'm not a. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. I know what I don't like. Like I said, but it's not always important. Like I said, but when it comes to remakes and reboots, I kind of lost my train of thought, so I was kind of circling there for a second. But like reboots and remakes, well, the thing about them is that if you like the original so much, right? It seems like it would be better to remaster those if they're able to be done, or at least digitized in a way that it's brought to a modern age so you can watch it. Watch those, I would think, and it's in terms of bringing something new across. I don't think it needs to be so completely against the grain either that it, as I was saying with Star Trek, it completely alienates the core audience. I mean, if you're looking to make a trade-off, which is what it absolutely felt like to me, they were trying to go for a younger demographic of people who were probably not like the Star Trek nerds that I am. I feel I am. But yeah, like I said, remakes generally, it's like anything else. I think if you start with the premise that you have a good story and you have a good reason for it being there, then I don't think a lot of the other details have to matter. But if you don't at least have a good script or a story, and I think if it's seen as just a money grab anyways, because, hey, people sat down and watched this and we made $1 billion last time, so why don't we just milk this cow until it's dry? And I think that can work, but only so many times, just like showing a trailer for a musical, but you don't want anyone to know it's a musical. And they've paid for their tickets, sat down, their popcorn and their soda, and then they find out this is a musical. I don't want to see this. It's like, in hopes that if they've stayed long enough, they'll like what they hear and go, I got fooled, but this is pretty good. I'm guessing that probably next to rarely happens. I think the people that are going to be up for the musicals probably were going to know that it was a musical before because they probably checked. But yeah, it's so I think people that are into it are definitely going to be into it. But I'm not necessarily thinking that manipulation and marketing in that sense is a great planning and great tool. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things unfold throughout the rest of the week in terms of the releases. I don't even have that. Just decided I want to do a video voiceover, like I said, before Christmas Eve. And like I said, I will be having one on Christmas Day. So until then, thanks for listening, and see you then.